what you do.
Well, my name's Bryndan. I'm originally from Colorado, and I moved out to Chico specifically to get into the recording arts program. And so that's kind of, I came out here to pursue music and just started messing around with songwriting my freshman year pretty much. Like I've been writing lyrics for a really long time, ever since I can remember pretty much. But I didn't start playing guitar until just a couple of years ago. So just picking it up and then finally being able to put words to sounds. So
Really?
it's been cool. Yeah, it's still getting good at it. But
Yo, so what would you describe your sound as?
Just like singer-songwriter, acoustic. I mean, the way I perform live, I haven't done it very often, but it's a lot different what I can bring to the stage than what I bring in the studio. Because I feel like my forte is kind of like creating an interesting space for a song to be in and using different style sounds. So like my recorded sound is very much like dream pop, kind of like inspired by a lot of 90s bands, and also kind of like a blend of like dreaminess with like some classic singer-songwriter, kind of weird singer-songwriters like Smog, Bill Callahan is a big influence on me.
Cool. So yeah, we'll get more into your influences, but first tell us about your trumpeter.
This is my friend Aaron, and he's a fantastic trumpeter, as you can hear. We met actually not even through the school, strangely. We worked together at the J.C. Penney, and I had been working there for a while, and Aaron came in the first day. I was like, okay, new guy. Like, you know, you're always like, kind of wish it was a new girl. But no, I'm kidding. But me and Aaron, right away, he came in and was super friendly and started talking, and we got along really well. And then he was like, yeah, I play trumpet. And I'm like, in the jazz band. I'm like, oh, dude, let's jam. Like, I've been writing songs. And then we started jamming together and just collaborating. He's recorded on a couple of songs that I've worked on, and it just sounds really great. He really brought the songs to a new level. He's been really great to collaborate with.
So yeah, tell me some more about your influences. And not just, I don't just mean musical either. I mean like, you know what I mean, or artistically, whatever artistically is considered.
I really like just inspiration in general. Like, cause influence. I think I can start with like influence. I like so some of my favorite artists are like really have stuff for like early 90s. It's kind of my prime. 90 indie in the 90s is like my scene. But I really like Bill Callahan and Modest Mouse. I feel like my guitar playing is like that's like my main inspiration as a guitar player. Like his style of playing is really that's what I think I can go for, somewhere in that vein. And then songwriting, like lyrically, I really like messing around with wordplay a lot. Like sometimes I'll write something simply for the way that it sounds, like it doesn't even mean anything. Like it'll just be like a jumble, like just because it sounds cool, like the words fit nicely together. And then other times I'll have real like direct inspiration, like okay, I'm gonna write this song about this. It really comes from anywhere. It's kind of just, it happens, and that's how you make the song, and you don't even really know. You kind of just let it happen.
It comes together.
Yeah, like you don't force anything. You just want to, like I never sit and I'm like I have to write a song. Like it's always something that's gonna like oh, I want to write this down. Like oh, I have this idea. I'm gonna get it down. And recently, I actually one of the songs that I prepared today, like my third one, I stepped into something new, because normally I write from purely first perspective. Like most of all my output had been like me singing about my experiences, like my feelings. And I'm trying to step into like other people's shoes, like put myself in a situation that's like not me. And like I wrote a song about just like a person who's in love with like a superstar kind of, and it's like that's not me, it's not my life, but it's fun to kind of embody somebody else and try that out. Yeah, it opens up different realms.
Was that difficult?
No, because that's how it happened. Like I said, I wasn't like I'm gonna write a song in third person, but I was writing and I was like, hey, this is kind of like I can take this somewhere that's not like about me. Like I can make this about like an imaginary person.
Yeah, that's hella cool, man. So that song that you wrote, Caroline, is it actually about an actual girl named Caroline?
Yeah.
So quick question: Why you got so many different guitars out here?
It's because I use different tunings. It's kind of cheating.
Okay,
I guess,
okay.
yeah, like,
No, okay.
just because, yeah, that one's like, that one even has like a wrong string on it right now, just because I was like, I've got this string and that one broke, so
Really?
put it on there, see how it sounds. I like to experiment with that type of thing.
Yo, so I wanted to, cause like we mentioned, some of your songs are very like, I guess your way of dealing with sadness.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So can you tell us of some of your like one of your saddest moments that really like took a lot from you, but really made you grow and understand something a lot better? I know you meant. Yeah, I know that one's tough. That one's heavy, but I mean, it could just be, you know what I mean, something off the top of the head. Just when you're like, yo, that's definitely one of those moments where I had to grow.
Yeah.
I had to be strong.
I think something that was like sad, but that I also grew from, was probably just my first real breakup, actually.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, it's a lot to go through. Everybody knows that. It's kind of like a lot of people's first experience. And like, I've had other sad things, but I feel like that was something that was really hard and sad, but that was also like, it was good that it happened, and I definitely grew by becoming a more independent person. Like, and it was hard to move on, but it was good to be an individual.
What do you usually like to do when you're not making music?
Really, it's pretty much all music making,
Ah.
like in one form or another. I do art, like physical art, like I draw with colored pencils, and I'm actually working on my album cover right now.
Oh, cool! You're
That
drawing
is-
it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So that's like, if I'm not listening to music or making music, or like in the studio, it's just like I just like, I can be making music myself, recording in my room, writing my own songs. And if I'm not doing that, then there's a chance that I'm at school, working on something music related, I'm in the studio, like helping someone else like, get their sounding right. And then yeah, other than that, just probably working on art. That's my main other outlet, pastime.
Damn. So music is life. Literally.
Yeah, it is.
How much closer are you to graduate?
I'm gonna graduate in the spring.
Oh, cool! Congratulations.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
It
that
went by
is.
so fast. College was a blur.
So do you have anything in mind for after graduation?
I'm probably just gonna. I'm applying to a lot of studios right now. I think I want to get in as an assistant engineer
Nice.
somewhere. Might have to do an internship first. Might have to work my way into a paid gig.
Yeah.
But that'll, some way, shape, or form, I'm gonna be making it happen.
Definitely, you got
I
the
think,
ambition.
but yeah,
I think you
studios
can.
I think is where I'm gonna start. Just all over, like wherever I can get my foot in the door, I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah, and
I'm making a ton of connections out here. Like that's what's awesome about the Chico Music School. Like there's a real community out here, and I feel like a lot of the people that I meet out here are going to be the people who, like, help me later on in life, and we help each other. It's like I feel like we're establishing a network here of like, okay, we all want to enter this industry.
Yeah.
We're like kind of a team in a way. Like your friends are your team. Like they can help.
You're talking about you've done some performances before. This is probably your first time doing bomb shelters, correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, how do you perform for something like that? How do you prepare to perform something like that?
Just like to play a regular show.
Yeah, I would say like, cause obviously you gotta practice, but
Yeah.
I think the most crucial moment is like those minutes before. You know what I mean? Those like.
Yeah, it's actually been really hard. Like performance, like I was even like super nervous just to do this, like, and I would like that first song. I was like, oh, like trying and like So I've only really performed live like 3 times, and every time it's like I'm really glad that I did it, but it's so stressful and so like 3 weeks before I'm like I got this, like, and I start practicing, and then like as it gets closer I'm like. Start sweating a little bit, and then the day of you just like get the butterflies and you can't calm down. But so I don't know. I think it's just gonna take experience, like just continuing to practice and like get more solid and be able to handle the pressure, and just I think that'll just come with like doing it more and more.
Yeah, definitely.
That's really I think the only way. I don't think there's like some trick I could learn that's gonna like relax me. It's just gonna take time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I thought there was probably like some secret, like SpongeBob ritual.
Oh no. Maybe there is, and I haven't learned it yet. Maybe
Pelvic
somewhere.
thrust. when you do make your songs, do you have a certain structure in mind? Because I know you say it kind of just comes together.
Yeah. Sometimes I shoot to have a verse, chorus, just because it's like conventional. But sometimes I'll just have like verse, and just like keep going with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes like there's a few that I'm working on now that are kind of structureless almost, like I'm gonna fit in words, but it'll be just more like, might even try some like spoken word stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'd be hella dope.
But like, yeah, structure, like I never like tell myself I need to use a certain structure. But sometimes it's nice just to use verse, chorus, because that's what people are used to.
I know earlier I was asking about some sad times. To switch it up, tell me about a really happy moment, happy experience that you had recently. Something that just like, because I was really happy when the Dodgers won the other day, and that's honestly the happiest I've been in a while. So yeah, tell me some.
Actually, the start of this year was like one of the best times that I can remember in a long time. I threw this backyard show. My friends just moved into this new house, and they're like right down the street from me, and they had this stage in their backyard. And they were just saying like, hey man, like we see some real potential in this backyard. Like, can you hit up your musician friends to come and play, and we can have like a show? And I was like, yeah, I can totally do that. And so like within like a week, I just hit up like everybody that I knew. Was like, hey, do you want to come and play this? And I hit up one of my friends that does sound to like come and run the PA and everything. Mm-hmm. And so there was the turnout was really good. There was like a bunch of people came out, and like everybody that I wanted to play got up and played, and like we had to shut down the amplification after a certain point, and we still like kept playing. Yeah. And it just seemed like everybody had a really good time, and I got a lot of good feedback afterwards that people had fun. So that was like a super solid memory. I'm gonna remember that forever for sure.
Yo, that's cool, and I'll definitely tell you I was there and I had to have a fun.
That's good, yeah.
Yo, so that's basically like event planning right there.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered the future in that?
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that a lot because I'm doing recording arts and music industry. Mm-hmm. So I'm in the studio a lot and engineering in there and mixing and whatnot, but then I've also been doing the School of the Arts class where I've been doing event planning and kind of been the leader of the team there, and that's been going successfully too. So I've been thinking about that. Yeah, like I said, I'm open to anything. Like if I happen to like the job opportunity was in event planning, I would probably make that happen too, because like I can always keep making my own music. Like I don't expect that to be anything that's always going to be for me, you know. Like that can always be something I do at home. I'm not like out there trying to like get big singing songs. Like it's more for fun. Mm-hmm. And then as long as like musically I can be like in that community, then I'll be having fun.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Let's talk about cartoons real quick. What kind of cartoons do you like to watch?
I like Rick and Morty.
Oh, I was hoping you said that.
Everybody likes Rick and Morty. If you don't, you're missing out. But I mean, in that song, it's kind of like I was talking about, just like how with the news, especially with like our election right now, and everything's just kind of crazy, and it seems like the world could be falling apart when you're really looking around at what's going on all over the world. So it's kind of like, should I just ignore all that and watch Rick and Morty all day?
Sometimes it feels like we should. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think you can ignore things like that. It's the world we live in, and like you have to confront it and hopefully try and make it a better place somehow.
Cool. And any shout-outs before we head into that?
Thanks for KS.
Yo, thank you
Radio.
for coming.
Thank you guys so much for this.
Yeah.
It's really a great opportunity.
Bro, we're glad to have you here.